Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak Up Sis talk show. This is a special episode of our talk show. I'm not going to be interviewing an author. I am going to be talking to a beautiful woman who is the founder of a foundation that is designed to support women and young girls as well as their reproductive health and all sorts of wonderful things. I'm going to allow her to share with you all today a project that she's working on for the month of May. And I'm proud to say that Speak Up Sis LLC has chosen to partner with the Welisane, I'm sure I said it wrong, the Welisane Foundation. And I'm going to bring her up right now so that she can tell you more about the work that she's doing. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Angel. I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing so well. Thank you so much for joining me on Speak Up Sis Talk Show. Usually we have conversations with authors in this space, but nope, I said we're going to talk to you today, and I want you to be able to share this amazing work that you are doing for women and for girls. So first, tell us what your name is and the name of the foundation.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name is Welisane Kkeng, and the name of the foundation is Welisane Foundation. I earlier heard you struggling with that.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of people try to call it, they don't know how to, break the syllables. So it's Welisane, just as it is spelled.
Welisane. Gotcha. Yeah. The Welisane Foundation. So before we talk about the foundation, I want to sort of give people a little bit of background as to how I even know who you are and that type of things. I know that people are like, wait a minute, how and why, right? So I actually have been following you for, I want to say about 2 years now. I saw you on Instagram. And I saw what you were doing. And, sometimes you just sort of see people and you just keep scrolling. You see them and you keep scrolling. Well, that's what I did until I believe one day, I think you did a video or something, and you were actually talking about these delicious pads. And I was like, what is delicious? What is delicious about pads? I don't know. So it stopped me, and I actually listened, and I thought, wow, I didn't even know that this was an issue somewhere in the world. And so I like for you to share exactly what it is that you're working on, what these delicious pads are, and why we all need to come together to help support this project.
Okay, thanks again, Angel, and thanks for being caught by my work. It's not evident that someone is going to notice what you're doing. So, as part of our sexual and reproductive health and rights program, which is one of our key areas where we work on, menstrual hygiene is a key area because we realize that in our community, especially in Cameroon, we have many, many girls who are still challenged by, having access to menstrual hygiene products. And then there is a lack of information too. There's a lot of stigma, taboo, and misinformation about menstruation. So I kept asking myself, what can I do to help the situation, to remedy the situation? Because for me, for my own story, when I started to menstruate, it came to me like a shock. I didn't know about menstruation. I just found myself in the pool of blood. And my mother said to me, if you joke with a boy, you will get pregnant.
Oh.
So, this goes to say that we need to start to educate girls before they get into the stage of menstruation, because it can lead to embarrassment, it can lead to many mistakes, health challenges, and stuff. So menstrual hygiene education is very important for the girl child within our setting. I'm sure out there, you girls already know about their menstruation. It's taught in schools, in the family setting, but it's not the same for us. And then in the rural communities, there is still stigma that when a girl is menstruating, she's not supposed to interact with other people. She's supposed to have maybe a hurt or something to stay in other African communities. And then they consider that being dirty. Sometimes they're not allowed to even go to school during their menstruating period, the days. Wow. So it's a real challenge. And so this is even compounded by the fact that we have period poverty, meaning that girls cannot afford sanitary pads every month. That's a disposable sanitary pads every month. And so we're asking ourselves, how can we support these girls? So we started to donate to them disposable pads every month in orphanages. Right now in my country, we have a crisis going on, and the food crisis, where many girls and women have been displaced. So those who are in the forest or who are in the bush could not manage their menstruation because they're using grass, moss to stop the flow of blood.
Hold on a second, Welisane. You are okay. Hold up. We're gonna slow this down for a minute. We do this sometimes on Speak Up Sis. I'm gonna slow you down for a minute,
okay,
so that people can get a fuller understanding of what you're saying, and the impact. Because when I first heard it, I was like, "You got to be kidding me." So let me also say this. Here in the States, believe it or not, we have similar issues.
Really?
Yes, there are rural communities where, not just rural communities, but depending on upbringing, there are still grandparents and parents telling young girls that when they get their cycle, that means that if they kiss a boy, they're going to get pregnant. It's still happening. Trust, it is still happening. So you're not alone in that. There are what caught me by surprise was you saying that you got girls using things they find outside or whatever they can find as sanitary napkins. There's nothing sanitary about that, though, So that was what stopped me, because I think, we all have access to sanitary napkins. We all can go to the store and buy pads, unless, you've got homeless populations and things like that. But no, you're not talking about homelessness. You're talking about everyday people who are living, who just don't have the funds, don't have the access, don't have the education. And your foundation is helping to bring some solutions. Is that correct?
Yeah, indeed. That's what we are trying to do. So when we started to reach out to these girls who don't have access to pads in the rural communities and in the forest and in the orphanages, we realized that it was not sustainable, because sometimes you go and donate pads in an orphanage, maybe the girls are not the ones who are going to use it. Other people are going to use the pads, or you're not sure that you can do that every month. So we're asking ourselves, what can we do to have a sustainable solution to this problem? Mm-hmm. So in 2019, I happened to be selected for a program in the US by United People Global in the Hurricane Island, where we're asked to give sustainable solutions to problems that we face in our communities. Mm-hmm. So since I was already working on pads, I just said, let me modify this to a sustainable solution. So that's how I came to start to do the reusable pads for girls to manage their menstruation. This is not a new thing, because girls on a normal basis will use an old dress or a cloth to pad themselves. So we said, why can we not do it in a more hygienic or healthy way, to have use the right material, which is cotton, and also to give them a way that they can be able to wash it and dry it, and to avoid the stigma and the taboos that come with it. So that's how when I came back to Cameroon, I called my team, and then we decided to start producing the Welicious reusable pads. So so far we are doing that. We are donating to girls. We're working with other associations, mm-hmm. other individuals, other organizations who want to reach out to girls, also displaced, less privileged girls, to donate these pads to them, so that they can be able to manage their menstruation in privacy, in safety, and in dignity.
Right. Wow. So is it just young girls, or does this benefit older women as well?
Well, from our project, we realized that older women have experience. They can be able to better manage their menstrual hygiene because
Uh-huh.
by the time you're getting older, you must be able to maybe come up with more adaptive mechanisms to manage your menstruation. But for the girls, it's really a challenge because if we do not handle their own issues, they can have so many other challenges like teenage pregnancy, um,
Right.
like health challenges, infections, and lack of information can lead to other social vices. So for now we are working mostly with girls, but
Okay.
that doesn't exclude women because sometimes some individuals meet up and they say they want to support IDPs in general, that we have to include women and girls. Some people say they want to support just women. So depending on the needs, what you want to reach out to, then we provide the part on your need, depending on your needs. So we are reaching out to all the female folk, both girls and women, to help
Okay.
them with their menstruation. Yes.
Okay. But you like to, with your foundation, focus on girls. That's
Actually,
the heart of what you're doing. But you also support women. But
yes,
your heart, the heart of the foundation is
yes. This
this
particular project
particular.
work on girls. This particular project, we have other projects that work on women for socio-economic empowerment.
Okay.
Uh, but this particular project, we want to really target only girls that we can be able to measure our impact and be able to follow them up, more closely instead of having a vast majority and working in very, very dispersed ranks. Yeah.
Right. And that makes sense. I totally understand that. You also mentioned just now, and I'm asking these questions so that those who are watching get a fuller understanding of the foundation, of what you do, and all that good stuff. Because in just a moment, everyone, we are going to ask you to support this foundation. So I want to make sure you feel very confident about what it is that Welisane does within, and her team within the Welisane Foundation. So this particular project that you're going to talk to us about for May, it's just one of several things that you do in terms of helping women in reproductive health. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're right. Menstrual hygiene management is just one of the things we work for breast cancer, cervical cancer awareness. Every October, we have the Pink October commemoration where we sensitize girls and women about prevention, care, and treatment for cancer. We work on reproduction, infertility, stigma, which is really a challenge in our community, and other issues that have to do with the reproductive health of girls and women. So menstrual hygiene is that which is closest to my heart when it comes to this SRHR project, because like I mentioned, so it is a real challenge for girls. And me being a girl, being a woman, having daughters, I can only but imagine what it means to be bleeding and not be able to get that help or support, which is something that is inevitable. There's nothing that you can do about it. So you find yourself in a helpless situation. So
Right.
we really need to reach out to these girls and support if we can, because by giving them reusable pads for 2 years, 5 years, we have solved a major problem in their life. They don't have to think about that anymore and
Right.
have to worry about having access to pads for a couple of years. So it's a sustainable solution to menstrual hygiene management.
Right. So you want to explain because you just talked about it a little bit. You want to explain the Welicious pads and how they work and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Actually, the Welicious pads, and this is not the only project in Cameroon or Africa that has the same kind of, it's just, we're just replicating good ideas. So we in Cameroon are blessed to be a major cotton producing country. So we have access to cotton and we have a textile industry in the country. And of course, we import cotton fabric, bed sheets and stuff. So we are doing the pads 100% with cotton, and this is very, very friendly and healthy to the skin. Also, this project is seeking to fight environmental challenges because the disposable parts, they get stuck in the drainages, in the toilets, and then you have other health hazards that are going to occur from this. So it's eco-friendly, it is healthy for the girls, and also it is a cost-effective way for them to manage their menstruation. So what we do is, when I came back from the Hurricane Island in the US, I came and trained 6 girls who are working in our workshop. So when we don't just produce a part and keep them there. When we have a project, or when we have a demand for the parts, then the girls come into the workshop and they sew the parts for the duration of time that is needed, and then we supply them. In the build up to Menstrual Hygiene Day, we always have a target. So starting from today, the 1st of April, right until the 30th of May, we are going to just start to produce the parts and donating to girls in our communities, in our rural villages and what have you. So that's what we are going to be doing from today. Awareness, production of pads, and going all over the place, just making a lot of noise about menstruation and breaking the bloody taboo surrounding menstruation.
The bloody taboo. Ooh, we still got. I think that just may be a universal thing. That whole bloody tattoo. Although I am a believer, I love Jesus. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, that whole unclean when you're bleeding thing got folks messed up. Right, in 2021, we're still caught up in that in certain parts of the world. So good. Let's talk about the project for May, because that is what we really, really, really want people to support at this time, because we're going to want you to support some other stuff too. So don't think you won't see Welisane anymore, because you will on Speak Up Sis. But for now, because like I said at the beginning, the Lord has placed in my heart, in my spirit, to partner with this particular foundation, and hallelujah, to do, to help whatever way we can to promote what they're doing and to fund what it is that they're doing. So for this particular project, you mentioned earlier that there is some conflict going on in Cameroon right now, and it's causing some of the girls and women to have to flee into another country, right? And therefore, it may not be best to give them the reusable pads at this time, because they may not have access to water and things like that to clean. So you're doing some other things as well to get some disposable pads to be able to send along with the reusable pads. So do you want to share a little bit about that and how people can help?
Okay, thank you again. So I met another sister online, just like the way God has connected me to you. She too got connected to me. She's in Denmark, Angeline Trin. So she sent a message to me that she likes what I'm doing. She does the same thing in Denmark. She produces reusable pads too, but she has developed a technology where the pads have this antimicrobe property. So we don't have to think about the negative fallouts of using reusable pads, which is the issue of having them washed properly and sunned properly. So with that option, you don't have to worry about that. Even if the water is not that clean, the pad itself fights the germs or the microbes that may be on the pad. So she said, how can we partner to have these two girls? I said, wow, this is a wonderful idea, because I was really worried, because the Welishos pads, it is true that it is 100% cotton, but we cannot be sure of the source of the water and how well these girls can wash them. So that was really a plus to the sustainability of the project. So I told her about this upcoming project in May, that we are planning to go to Nigeria, where Cameroonian girls have fled, and to donate reusable pads to them. So she said, okay, how much do I make a pad? What's the cost to produce a pack of the Welishos pad? I said it was about $10. That's about 5,000 francs CFA currency. And she said, for her, she does about $4 to produce a pack that has 4 inside. So it would be better for us to partner and instead donate this pads to the girls, instead of doing that, the one that I do, which is more expensive than hers and which does not have the antimicrobe properties. I said, why not? This is a wonderful idea. So I'm going to pray to the Lord to send me some partners and some sponsors, and then we can see how to get people on board and to supply these pads to girls. So yes, by the 28th of May, we are hoping that we have enough support from you watching us, from all our friends, our family, our partner associations, organizations, to be able to deliver this project, because we want to donate pads to 2,000 girls. 2,000 girls at the Adagom refugee camp in Nigeria, where we have Cameroonian girls who have fled the Anglophone crisis. So if God has placed in your heart that you should donate one pack to girl, I mean, you can just think it's nothing, but just giving one of the packs to a girl, that's $4. You have solved a girl's menstrual hygiene management problem for the next 5 years.
Wow.
So this is really amazing. So if we just beg on you to come on board, support, even if you cannot support financially, just reaching out to, give education about menstrual hygiene online. If you, because we are planning to have a scheduled teaching online. We're going to be teaching the girls about menstruation, how to sew their own pads if need be, and stuff like that. So if you think that you can come on board just for the educational part, please feel free. If you want to donate, please feel free. And if you want to give a training on menstrual hygiene, we are open to every help that we can get to support these girls. I mean, I know you'll be asking that why that camp, but we need to start from somewhere. We cannot be everywhere. So we have identified this camp is accessible and it is easy for us to get there. So why not reach out to these girls? I read on the website that it's really a challenge. Menstruation is really a challenge for them who have fled the Anglophone crisis. So if we can come in, then that will be a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So, and I correct myself, because the woman that is going to work with you that's in Denmark, her pads are reusable as well. They're not disposable. They're reusable. They just have the microbial component that will help with the health. That'll be more beneficial health-wise. Correct? Yes. All right. So I stand corrected. Those pads are not disposable. They are also reusable. So what we have here on the screen is a way for you to support. All right. So if you're watching this and you know that you need to help, because you do. So before I go there, because I can, because why? Because it's my show. As a woman, it doesn't matter where you are in this world. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background or any of those things. As females who bleed every month, and I'm going to be candid, so just, put your big girl panties on right now. You bleed every month. Imagine if you did not have, you couldn't go to Walmart. You can go to Target. Just imagine if you couldn't just run to the convenience store, right down the street and pick up some pads. Or, just imagine those moments when you go to the restroom and you're like, oh my goodness, my cycle is on and I forgot to get pads. Just imagine what that's like, having to wrap toilet paper around your, put it down there, run to the store and get pads. Just imagine what that's like just for that moment. Now think about these young girls, right? And some girls start their cycles as early as 9 and 10 years old. And you've got these young girls, 11, 12, 13, 15 years old, who have fled home. They're not at home. They're not with mom and dad, taking care of them. They fled to an entire whole other country for safety. And their cycle is now on. Come on. I mean, you should be able to imagine that. I can't even understand what that must be like. And to think that you got to think about your cycle as well as a young girl. So I wanted to kind of help you to understand the importance of this, to help you understand the severity of it. And we didn't even really deal with the health issues of young girls using leaves and old clothes. And, if I bathe with the wrong soap, I'm messed up for a long time down there. So just imagine young girls and what they may have to be doing to take care of their themselves during their menstrual cycle. So I need for you all, if you're watching this, to please donate. It doesn't cost you $10 to get a pack of pads every month. You can go to Walmart and get some pads for $4 or $5. So just think, if you are donating the cost of $10 for the Welicious pads, if you're willing to donate $10, you're going to help. What you said, it costs something like $4 for the woman to make it. So that's like 2 girls are able to have sanitary napkins for 2.5 years or so for your $10. All right. You're going to spend more than $10 at McDonald's. Just let me keep it 100. Okay. So donate. And if you can donate more than $10, we'll take that too. You can donate as much as you would like. Welisane, if you will, please, you said 2,000 girls. I feel like getting a calculator. You all, yes, I'm looking at the money, right? So that's 2,000 girls. You all can pledge to help so many girls. Speak Up Sis is going to sponsor 10 girls every single month to get the Welicious pads. So that's $100 a month. If you can do that or more, let's get it done. We need this by. Give us a deadline for when you are going to need them to go into Nigeria to give them.
Okay, so thank you very much. You said it in a way that I was almost moved to tears, because I could really live the experience that these girls are going through. Right. So we intend to get to Nigeria on the 20th of May. But we are hoping that by then we must have received all the funds, maybe by end of April, and sent to Angeline in Denmark to be able to ship them. She says she can do that in 2 weeks, give and take 3 weeks. So let's hope that they can get there by the 21st. So if we can raise all the money by the end of April, 31st of April, then that would be great. At least we have 4 to 5 weeks to do that.
Excellent. So deadline, April 30th. If you are going to donate, please donate by April 30th. The sooner, the better. Don't wait on it. You got the PayPal email right here. You can donate via PayPal at welisanefoundation@gmail.com. That's the email that you'll use in order to donate. Also, if you see at the very bottom scrolling, there's a web address. If you want to jot that web address down, there's a second way that you can help. You can actually purchase, the pads directly from the company that's in Denmark. And when they ship them, they'll already be paid for. However, I want you to, if that's a way that you want to help, we are going to give you more information on making sure that that donation is earmarked correctly, so that the company knows it's supposed to go to the Welisane Foundation. We want to make sure that if you choose to go to the website and order them yourself, we want to make sure that they actually are earmarked to go to the Welisane Foundation. All right. Therefore, if you are a part of Speak Up Sis, or you're watching this via Speak Up Sis, I encourage you to simply donate the monies directly to the PayPal, so that they can just go ahead and take care of what they need to take care of. Folks just don't have time for y'all to be doing what y'all want to do. Just donate. Okay. Y'all know me. Just donate the money. Just send the money. Okay. Go ahead and put in the comments, I'm sending the money. Like type, I'm sending the money now, Angel. And I appreciate you for doing that. All right. And I'm sure there's some kind of way we'll recognize you if you need some recognition. I'll create a thank you or something for those of you if that's what you need. But listen, the Bible tells us that as we help to carry the burdens of others, we fulfill the law of Christ. There is no way that you can say that you are a believer and hear that there are little girls having to do all sorts of things for something as natural as a menstrual cycle, and you don't want to help. Like, there's no way you can tell me that you're a believer. I don't care what you say. And yes, I'm pulling on your heartstrings, because sometimes, listen, the Bible also tells us that you know what? We store up our riches in places that we care about. So if you care about girls, if you care about this situation, then store up some of those riches with those girls and help Welisane Foundation to carry the burden. Okay. So donate via PayPal at welisanefoundation@gmail.com. And I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate you for allowing me to help.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Angel. Thanks to all those who are watching us. Thanks for joining us. I know that this is going to be a success. Thanks to you all. And please, like she has said, donate, help a girl. It's going to go a long way. Like there's a popular quote that says that you have not lived until you've done something for someone who can never repay you. This is your opportunity to touch one life. Please go ahead and do so. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, everyone, this has been Speak Up Sis Talk Show. We've got a bit of a special edition today, and I'm your host, Angel Charmaine, and Welisane. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the other names because I'm just going to mess them up. But I bless God for you and the work that you're doing, and I look forward to continuing to partner with you and the foundation to do this good work that you're doing. I bless God for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angel. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.